Hi, I'm Manoli and welcome to Blender Bitstream. Today we're looking at a brilliant free add-on for Blender called QRemeshify. There's a GitHub link in the description with the download and no sign-up is required. Save the add-on in a folder of your choosing and leave it as a zip. Blender can still read it. So just go to Edit, Preferences, Add-ons and click on this drop-down menu in the corner with the arrow icon. Choose Install from Disk. Now navigate to your folder with the add-on, select it and install. Let's look at this demo object. Press N to access the Blender sidebar in your viewport, and then navigate to the QRemeshify tab. We'll turn on the X and Y symmetry, which means it will mirror the remesh, and we'll leave the angle at 35 degrees so objects with curves can be remeshed easier. If it's an object with curves and angles, sometimes a second remesh can help. And as you can see, remesh will use the sharp edges to define the mesh as long as you have sharp detect on. So here's a 3D model I'm planning to take into subdivision. I'll just isolate this one panel and we'll work on that. The concept art does have curves on the object, but I've removed them for now as I want to add them in later. Since we have no curves, we can turn the angle down to 10 so it catches any bevels in the mesh. Once remeshed, we can make some minor adjustments to the edge flow here on these vents. Also notice that our density setting has preserved all of the four-sided circle insets. Now select a corner edge and press Shift G and choose Face Angles. We want to set these to bevels. I like to deselect some edges on small details like these vents during this stage, and also on our four-sided circle cutouts. I'll add the obtuse angles to the selection too. This gives us corner bevels on everything, and later we can manually remove the bevels from angles we want to curve. With those edges selected, go to the Item tab and set Mean Bevel Weight to 1, and then add a bevel modifier. Set the limit method to weight so that only our set bevel edges are being used. Segments need to be on 2, and the amount in our case is ideal at 0.0015. Lastly, in Profile, set the shape to 1. The bevel modifier will cause this issue where 3 edges meet and make a 6-point vert. So to fix this, set miter outer to arc, and also make sure clamp overlap is unchecked. This fixes the 6-point vertice issue, but now we have ngons that need correcting. To save time, we'll use our script for finding ngons, so that we can fix them with the cut tool. The main goal here is to separate ngons into quads or triangles, being sure not to make any new 6-point verts. Once we're done, to confirm all ngons are fixed, the object is checked again with the ngon finder, and it's not returning a result, meaning it's ngon free. Double check the mesh for overlapping faces, like here, and once corrected, the mesh is ready for subdivision. I went ahead and repeated the same process for each part of the prop, and now we're ready to start adding the curves in. So I'll start with isolating this part, cutting the corners in, and removing some of the bevel edges manually to add the curve. Use edge spacing to control the length of the curve. I went ahead and added curves to the rest of the object, and added some details like the label and the meter screen. After that, all parts of the objects were assigned one of a few different materials, such as plastic or metal. Using this technique with QRemeshify can be one of the fastest ways to model hard surface shapes in Blender. We hope this helps you speed up your sub-D workflows, and if you want to help out the channel, leave a like, and subscribe for more Blender Bitstream. Thanks.